What's going on, everybody? It's your Flag Tech guy Mark, and today we're going to bring a quick video because I have two devices that you guys are going to really enjoy if you get either, and it's the Pixel 3a and the Pixel 4. Now these prices just went down on both devices, so it's a really good time to buy, and I'm going to try and help you make a decision on if you should buy the 4 or the 3a. So let's dive in. Let's start off with the Pixel 3a. This was a great phone when it came out, and it still is. If you get this phone, you're really going to enjoy using it. It has perfect specs for a budget phone, and you're also getting the highest end software with the best camera that you can get on a budget phone, and that's just a fact. So whether you get the Pixel 3a or the Pixel 4, you're really going to enjoy this 3a. And we'll start by talking about the camera. I just said it. This is probably the best camera you can get on a budget phone. All Pixel phones have great cameras, and on the budget 3a, you're definitely not lacking in that department. Now, it may not be the same quality that you'll get on the 3 and the 4, but it's pretty similar, and they do a great job with the software making it look that way. Now, the 4 may just have better shadows and highlights, but the 3a is still going to get you that crisp, great photo, better than some flagship phones. So don't worry about the camera because it's not lacking at all. Now let's talk about the screen. It's a great screen. It's 2160 by 1080, so it's only a 1080p screen, which that's alright, and it has 402 pixels per inch, which is very good for a budget phone at $300 right now. It's actually more than some other high-end flagship phones, so you're going to enjoy this screen. Now, it's not 90 Hz, it's not 120 Hz, but that's okay because you are getting this phone for $300. And I understand there may be other phones out there that you can get at this price point that have high refresh rate screens, but remember, this phone was made when high refresh rates were just up and coming and it wasn't a standard in phones. Now the bezels on this phone are a little big, but that's okay. It'll still pass for a flagship or a budget phone in 2020, 2021, so that's alright. So let's talk about the Pixel 3a's battery, and this is where it really shines, and I think that if you need a phone that's going to last long, maybe all day, the 3a is the way to go. The 4 is not going to give you great battery life, and I'm sure you've seen that and you've heard that a lot, but the 3a comes in at 3000 milliamps and the 3a XL comes in at 3700 milliamps. Now with a low resolution screen and a low-end processor, the Snapdragon 670, this battery is going to last all day for you. So if you need a phone with battery, this is the phone to get, that is for sure. But just because it has a low-end Snapdragon 670 doesn't mean the phone is not as powerful or can't run the tasks that you need it to run. So just have that in the back of your head when you're making this decision. The last two things I'm going to talk about with the Pixel 3a are the headphone jack and the fingerprint sensor. People love having these on their phone, and the Pixel 3a is going to give you both of them. So you're going to enjoy them a lot, and personally I like the fingerprint sensor. I wasn't a big fan of the headphone jack. I have wireless headphones, so I don't need a headphone jack ever really, but I did enjoy using the fingerprint sensor. With that being said though, the Pixel 4's Face ID is very good and I really enjoy using it, but we're going to talk about that now. Alright, on to the Pixel 4. Now, a lot of people hated this phone, and I was one of the only people who really enjoyed this phone, and for good reasons. Now, the 4, with the screen, it's a 1080 by 2280 screen, so it's an FHD Plus screen, which is very good, and it has 444 pixels per inch, also very good, and a 90 Hz display. So this screen is amazing, and you will notice that right out of the box. It was one of the first things that I noticed out of the box, how amazing this screen was, and the high refresh rate is very good. Immediately I turned it on in developer mode, always on, 90 Hz, great. You're gonna love it. Now, the only downfall is the battery life, and you will definitely understand what I mean. The battery in this phone is a 2800 milliamp. Now that's smaller than the 3a. I don't know why Google did this, but they did, and it just didn't make sense, because with that 90 Hz display, a lot of pixels per inch, you're gonna kill the battery immediately. So it's very hard to recommend this phone for somebody that is gonna use it all the time, all day. because your battery is just going to get killed. But if you don't use that 90 Hz display, it may last a little longer. Still, I don't recommend this with battery. Now on top of that, you're also running the 855 processor. So tasks are going to work a little bit quicker and it's going to use more power to run this 855. So that's also going to hurt the battery, but it's good to have this type of processor in there. I mentioned the camera on the Pixel 3a and how it was just like the 4, but you can tell slightly, the 4 is so good and it is a little bit better than the Pixel 3a. You are going to love the camera. There's no doubt if you're getting one of these Pixel phones, you're getting the best camera in the market. Now I know some may argue with the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the 11 Pro, but I'm telling you, this is such a good camera and some of the shots you can get on there are just magnificent. So you're gonna love the camera on either of these phones, but the 4 just slightly has the edge in the camera, especially that 2x telephoto. We know nobody wanted it, but when you zoom in, the pictures are a little bit more clear, especially now with their super res zoom using that telephoto. Now the Pixel 4 also has Face ID, no fingerprint sensor, no headphone jack, and it also doesn't come with USB-C headphones in the box. That's a little weird, but with that being said, you're gonna have to deal with those things, and most people do have Bluetooth headphones now, and it's just something that for me, it wasn't that big of a deal. But the Face ID, let's talk about that. It's actually amazing and I love using it. It's super quick, super fast. Google did a great job with their Soli project, making you pick up the phone and it already start to read your face. So it is really fast. And for me, it wasn't that hard of a transition from using that fingerprint sensor, and I actually enjoy the Face ID a little bit better now. So if you're gonna pick one, whether it's Face ID or fingerprint sensor, it's really just a preference at that point. Alright, so that's pretty much it, and I know it was a quick video, but I just wanted to show you guys a little bit more about these two phones. Now, if you want a full review about the Pixel 4, you can click right up here or right below the like button. But other than that, we're gonna finish up and talk about which phone you should get. And that's really hard to decide because they're both really good phones in their own way. But for me, it's easy. And I think the best bang for your buck is gonna be that Pixel 3a. It's a great phone. You're gonna enjoy every second of using it, and you're getting a lot for your money here. So if you need one, great price cuts right now, get the Pixel 3a. But just keep in the back of your head, a couple months, that Pixel 4a comes out, and that is gonna be a heck of a phone. Other than that, guys, it's your Flight Tech Guy Mark. I hope you like, subscribe, and stay safe, wash your hands. It's your Flight Tech Guy Mark. I'll see you guys in the next one.